let's talk a little bit more about the pandemic. KX said in the interview, misinformation thrives where credible information is lacking. I think that's true, but there are a lot of drivers of misinformation that are not going to be the target audience of the COVID-19 Information Center. There's a lot of users out there that they don't want what they view as mainstream information, what you and I might consider to be authoritative information. Plenty of Facebook and Instagram is public, but there's also those private groups and channels where, radical echo chambers can live. What do you think about this kind of focus on actively promoting accurate information versus, and we'll talk a little bit more about the kind of attacking misinformation, but do you think that it's kind of a smart strategy?
I don't know. Like I said earlier, the courts are going to tell us what Facebook has to do. I think we all have different opinions kind of personally around like, okay, they should regulate this or not that, or this should be allowed or what have you. And I think, at the end of the day, we're going to have lawmakers and courts, write what these bright line rules are, and Facebook is going to abide by them. Past that, you're just going to get my own kind of personal political opinion on whether they're doing things right.
They're kind of trying to like legislate themselves a little bit. They have this Facebook oversight board that is looking at decisions that Facebook makes to take down content. And the Facebook oversight board just published their first 5 decisions, and they overruled Facebook's decision to take down posts in 4 of those 5 decisions, including one about COVID-19. It was a post that basically said, hey, the French government has a cure for COVID and they're not sharing it. And the oversight board said, hey, this is, we're not going to police people's critiquing the government. So I find that kind of interesting. They're almost like putting handcuffs on themselves in terms of what they're going to take down and when. I'll also just mention briefly about the groups issue. In 2020, they did make a lot of progress regulating political groups, rightly or wrongly. Some people can say they didn't go far enough, but they removed more than 1 million groups. They said, on top of just removing groups, they also stopped recommending certain groups. And so my thought is, how are they going to treat those groups that are organizing around anti-vax thoughts? Is that something they're going to not actively recommend?